she requires from men now that she's back because she's Asian American. But I feel like if women watch that stuff, I think a lot of women can connect to what she was saying. And I'm a guy, I found it really, really interesting. Some of the perspectives from the other side. For instance, somebody who was married before and she's 41 now. She was talking about how weird it is to be 41 and suddenly you are single again. That's whiplash of like being married and now you're like, okay, let me date everybody. And it's very, very raw, by the way. So if you're going to ever watch it, I think it's coming on October 3rd, I think, or October 6th, one of those days. So if you're going to see it, I would recommend if you have kids, kick them out of the living room.
It's Ali Wong, definitely. It's always unfiltered.
Yeah, it's very, very raw, very, very raw. But yeah, like I said, for an adult, it's really quite interesting and insightful too.
Wait, was it Ali Wong that told the Chinese leftover joke? Okay, I don't think
I feel like every Asian American
tells
a version of that.
The Chinese leftover joke. But anyway,
she was making, I guess, mostly making a point about how she doesn't date, I guess, anybody else but Asian men until before she got married. And now, suddenly that she's single, she's thinking about dating white men. And she had, I think she said 1 or 2 white lovers. Just, yeah, you have to see it to like really appreciate the lady's brilliance. I think she's actually is brilliant.
Yeah. All right. So your messages can come into 0809-444-0981. Chimeze says, Oga Oris, alpha male, welcome. Where did that come from?
I'm not sure on Twitter. I'm not one of those guys, by the way.
To know the movie Sound of Music was made in 1965 is mind-blowing. Nollywood has a long way, but they are getting there little by little, Sha. Well done, guys. Come on now.
This is very special, but I feel like if these guys have done stuff this good all of those years ago, your job as a newcomer should be to build on what they've done. But in 2024, we are making things that are like not even half as good as stuff they made in the 60s. It's I don't know, it's just troubling for me personally. Like, I can't believe that this late in the game, we're making mistakes that people already made and corrected like decades ago. Hollywood really, really needs to check this is the brain check. But yes, we'll discuss Murray and Co. I guess we can.
Yeah, we'll definitely touch on that. Yeah. St. Fadra says, I move with a full grip, my koboko, my taser, baseball hat. Why? What neighbor?
Maybe this guy is working for Lasma or something.
No, it can't be Lasma. This is too violence. This is too no, this can't be Lasma. Okay, moving on. He said movies. Okay, so the movies you've watched or the movies that you St. Fadra, I'm sure. Number 1, Uglies. Number 2, Jumbo. Number 3, Subservience. Number 4, The Crow. Number 5, Rebel Ridge. And number 6, Trap. Ah, I see. Oh, you're a night crawler. I see. Please be safe out there when you're crawling in the night. I'm trying to remember that line from a popular movie that says, death is scared of me. Oh, no, I'm trying to remember. I think it was a superhero movie or something like that. Very dramatic. Okay, I'll try to pull it up later on. Okay, Oluwaseun says, God bless you, Mr. Oris. Hope I got the spelling right.
IS is the exact spelling. So this is for you. I'm a hero.
Okay. I'm just going to hold what I was going to say. But then he said, God bless you, Mr. Oris. I hope I got the spelling right. Yes, you did. OAPs with their posh accents are speaking too fast for us to understand, to grab things. I'm not calling you guys out because I battle you guys at Smooth FM. Thank you so much for that consolation. It's warm. All right, so we'll go on a breather. And when we come back, we are going full throttle. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you. And we will be starting with Nollywood. We'll be reviewing the movie Muri and Co. and then going to other things. Who's this person calling and calling and calling?
What's his name? The guy that asked for the number, Ted, I think.
Probably.
Maybe it's the one.
Yeah, probably.
Starting 1st October.
Where is CD, by the way?
First class private
Gone.
suite. Dine on
Yeah.
cuisine at any time.
Not that hard to tell.
Lose yourself in over 6
She's been gone for a month.
channels.
Yeah, but since it's the first time I'm actually like vocalizing my whatever, hearing don't just sound quite.
Story of my life. Okay, we're back. Oh, you're so smooth. Love music, love life indeed. You are listening to Smooth 98.1. Film Focus is the name of the show. And we come in with all the energy every Friday from 11 till 11:55 to talk about movies, series, animation, and everything delightful on your screen. So now you Oh, not too delightful. And that's why we have our analysts to tell you what to watch or what not to waste your time on. So you can be a part of the conversation by sending your messages. Now, I am having that consciousness to slow down really when calling out the number. So the number you can send your WhatsApp messages to is 0809 444. I feel like I'm on a Zoom call and the network is bad. 0981. If you want to call 0201 448 9981. That's it. I'm not calling it the second time. Let's talk about Muri and Co. And before I let you go in, I think that movie should not have gone to the cinemas. I think it should not have gone to the streaming platform it's currently on. I think it should have been on YouTube. You're worse.
Let me just say this by the way, before anybody says, I couldn't stomach more than 20 minutes. Just like, I don't know, something's really wrong. That's my view.
Yeah, because it's unusual. Now, I'm saying this because the filmmaker, Biodu Steven, she's a sweetheart in terms of movie. Yeah. And I want to so there was one time she had a conversation with Pulse TV, and she talked about how in Nigeria, Nollywood filmmakers are just basically gambling because including herself, that you're trying to get the audience's taste bud. What do they like? What would they receive? She's someone that she has done well with the kind of genre that she chooses to, she has chosen to settle with. It's the feel good. Yeah, but there is something about the storylines. It's just something that the family can watch, something emotional sometimes. It's cool. It's just something that allows you to have a good time watching your screen or watching something on the screen. But this is unusual. Yeah, I would say, sorry to interrupt you, I would say this is the least favorite, and that's putting it mildly. This is the worst from her that I've ever watched. And I'm tempted to ask her, like, what happened? It feels like an elongated skit.
I think what has happened, I'm just to give my perspective. I think day by day, Inkrock, the guys who are behind the production, and the other Stephen, who is the director of the film. I think maybe one film house, the distributors. I think there's a sense in it. What they were trying to establish is this, like they're trying to do something they've done before. Have you seen Picture Perfect?
Of course I did.
Exactly. So remember
which was why I struggled so hard, because I felt like Kunle Remi was in the shadows of Bolanle and he couldn't pull it off.
For me, so that's Kunle Remi into a role that Bolanle had done excellently well in the past. And somehow, Kunle Remi couldn't bring authenticity to this character. Because every time I saw, in fact, from the beginning, once I saw him and he was doing that dance with Pete with the
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It just didn't look to be to get anything serious, frankly. So even the comedy for, I don't know, it's just a big mess. That's all I can say about the film. I also feel like maybe part of the problem too is maybe it's not for us, frankly. Maybe it's not for us. We expected it to be more from the other. But frankly, the matter is she's done really good films in series. Like I used to say, Oluwaseun's specialty is making films that take place maybe 2 or 3 locations, mostly indoors, which of course keeps the cost low. Maybe this was like an attempt to do something bigger than that. I'll try again.
I had to. Okay, so yeah. See, there is a lot to talk about, especially as I am one. I mean, where you both, and by you both, you and Diarabo have dragged me by my ears many times on how I need to see movies more. Of course, I do, but sometimes I'm just looking at what exactly is going on here and I'm discouraged. But this is the work, this is the job we have to. Now, I feel bad that somebody might be listening to us all along and say, okay, the way you guys talk about Nollywood, and decide to go and see this because this movie did 66 million in the opening weekend, did over 100 million at the cinemas. And I want to assume that part of the reasons it was able to get in that number was because of who Biodun Stevie is, as well as some of the stars in there. You've got Bisola Yola, you have Buchia Franklin, you have Kunle Remy, and so on.
Yeah, not bad. What I mean, it was like terrible at all.
No.
This sort of same as I so that's that. It got to one of the successful producers. Filmhouse is like a huge distributor, probably that would track out. The other Steven has a huge fan base based on what she's done on the small screen, especially. So when you take everything together, you're like, okay, this works, this works, this works. Together though, a mess. A huge virtuous mess. So I'm not really sure how I don't know what we could have done, but I think we decided from taking Kuleri away from the entire film. I'm ready to do somebody else because frankly, I think for a film that has, I mean, the character name is in the title, it means that you're basing out of what happens on this particular person and this particular character. Unfortunately, it's hopeless in this case. Hopeless. There's no way, in fact, I'm looking forward to next year and this year. If I see his name.
No, this guy.
I mean, remember that there's a controversy that
He was not, yeah.
So I'm saying that sometimes it happens in the Oscars where they compensate you with a nomination like subsequent.
But it can be from this movie. Because see, aside the plot, there were a number of things wrong. And for instance, one of the things, so as a professional voice actor, one of the things that just gets my attention in anything is the sound design. Oh my God, it was awful. The part where Kunle was speaking to himself, that's Muri, yes. It sounded like he was in the back of a hollowed place with nothing to cushion the sound. Everything was just bouncing. So it was like an afterthought in terms of that voice in the head. So the sound was poor. And in some other places, in fact, towards the end, because I managed to wriggle towards the end. I'll do that someday. I tell you, from the first minute to about 56 minutes, if you were to rate that movie, it would be like 2 over 10. Now, if you struggle from there till the end, one or two scenes will crack you up. It will try to balance it. So it's like eating bitter leaf. It's bitter at first and just a little bit of sweetness. So 2. Because there were some cracks. So it was like a feel overall. It was just like a feel good. And yep. If you are being simple like I am, that you remember the best international film. The while ago, I'm saying this one, I'm thinking about it. This is just, if you think about the Africans, if it gets 10 over 10. Of course we do. This was just a huge risk, a huge gamble in order to attempt, maybe because everybody that should be there. Has their own family. So it's not a risk per se. It was supposed to come out better than it. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's why I said that. Well, a number of things could have been better. The sound definitely a whole lot. The everything, cinematography could have been, everything could have been better. And I think the whole humor with the police, the way the Nigerian police was further depicted, I think that was just horrible. I mean, it was totally horrible. That's why I said it felt like a skit. It felt like an Instagram skit that went on for too long. Yeah. 43 minutes. That was just.
So guys, so this one of the comments I keep saying about why Hollywood doesn't appeal to many people is people who listen to what like you said earlier, probably wanted to, let me go and see what's showing at the cinema. And then you go, you pay, I don't know, 8,000 or whatever you pay these days to see this film at the cinema. And you're just pissed from the beginning.
I would have been angry if I went to see this at the cinemas.
Serve this filmmaker bad. It's creates an impression that
About
everybody
us.
else exactly then has to suffer through. Because if a good movie is not at the cinemas, you think I wait, last time I was in the cinema, man, I saw this movie and it was terrible. What are the how am I certain that this isn't going to be
I know.
bad? And so I'd rather stay home and get away the shows of what I'm different stuff I want to do. So yeah, it's a big problem when Hollywood does things like this. It affects everybody.
It does. And that's why we'll talk about what we talk about here. But anyways, let's talk about what Nigerians are watching, and I'll do a quick recap as we do here. So on the Blue app, number 10 is Fallout. And, so this is the top 10 of movies and series that Nigerians are watching. So 10 is Fallout. Number 9 is Beast. Number 8 is Joint Venture. Number 7 is Childish Gambino, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Do you watch that? Okay. Number 6 is Black Adam. Number 5 is On the Edge. Well, number 4, K-drama, No Gain, No Love. Number 3, something about Ira Star. I think,
yeah. Something like, I don't know, is it a concert movie or I hope I'm not even sure what it is. But I really want to actually see that.
So it's Dare to Dream, and Nigerians seem to be watching it a whole lot, and that's number 3. Now, number 2, The Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power is number 2, and number 1, Muri and Co. on the Blue app. But in case you have watched it, please share with us your thoughts. Please share with us. So 0809-444-0981 is the number. Now, on the Red app, number 10, that's Netflix. Number 10, Fast and Furious Hobbs and Shaw is number 10. Number 9, The Day After Tomorrow. Number 8 is The Deliverance. Number 7, people are still watching Tokumbo. Number 6, Outlaw. Number 5, Rebel Ridge. Oh, it was number 1 before. Officer Black Belt is number 4, while number 3 is Gifted. Dungeons and Dragons, Honor Among Thieves. I definitely will not be watching that based on a scale of 1 to 10. I will not be watching it. And number 1, Uglies. That is what Nigerians are watching on Netflix. So you can share with us 0809-444-0981. We should definitely include YouTube these days, especially seeing as YouTube is even trying to change the viewing experience for viewers and view. Yeah.
Which is interesting. Decided, the man of the moment.
It has a.
Yes, it does a review show.
Oh yeah, with
stuff.
Bimbo. Yeah.
But I think that only began because YouTube noticed that there was an increase of Nollywood, both producers and viewers on the platform.
Generally, a lot of people, in fact, when we get to that, we'll talk about it, the new user experience as well as features that YouTube is rolling out. It's quite massive. Did you know that YouTube is way ahead of every other, from Netflix to Amazon Prime, way ahead of them in terms of viewership?
No, of course.
Yeah, so yeah, there is that. Oluwaseun says she dey whine us now with the way she's calling the number. Well, you started it. St. Fadji says Day After Tomorrow wasn't bad too. Okay. All right, now, so a quick breather, and then we get to giving you some updates about what's happening generally, starting from Nollywood, and then we'll go to other woods. For instance, we talked about how Ghana and Nollywood is coming together, but it looks like we're going to have a very interesting Christmas. I have seen or noted 4 Christmas movies now, so it's going to be an eventful Christmas. Let me quickly take this call. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Oh, hi, Ted. How are you? What if Go ahead, please. Okay. Mm. Yeah. Yep. Uh, Feedback appreciated. Thank you. Speaking for the masses. Wonderful.
Guess these numbers because frankly, I have never allowed I've never ever succeeded in getting numbers on any registration. So thank you for staying on my hero.
I shall now send a mail to all the OAPs in Lagos. My word, every Friday, you guys always find a way to drag me by my braids. It's okay. Ow. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, take your right, but I do not honestly believe that that should be. I mean, there are a lot of reasons why you should be successful, but I believe, frankly, that the one on top of them is the fact that the content is free. I don't think anybody can contest that fact. Even this other one that's free to, I think in the US, something called Tubi, don't have it here at all. Something called Tubi apparently is also kind of catching up, and it's because it's also free and starting, but the same way YouTube starts up. So that's a huge part of why these things are doing it, which is why we must always give credit to the Red Owl. Those guys really changed the game. You know what it is to like charge this when I need to get, I think the last count, from what I remember, they have 221 million subscribers. You know what that is? More than 20 million people are paying these guys anything from, I don't know, $10 to $20 every month. You know, I have to give it to them and say, oh, what is the name? It's the founder and current guy, Ted Sarandos. You guys are geniuses. And if only we have somebody to do that from Hollywood. Unfortunately, we don't. Yeah.
The end. Oluwaseun on WhatsApp says Dungeons and Dragons were great. Great comedy, great action scenes, great story, and great CGI effects.
This person is.
Those fantasy elements were brilliantly executed. You should see it, Oluwaseun. I'll think about it. I can't guarantee that, but I'll think about it. Hello, Smooth Muste, that's you. Did you guys talk about the Russian movie screening at the I walked past it.
It's beyond our
Exactly. I just walked past it because it was like a rabbit hole. Or is it black hole now? Something hole.
Yeah, black hole.
Yesterday I watched Green Snake. From the beginning of the movie, I started laughing. It was a movie of memes. His character was called Akuruka. What do you expect? I can't remember the name of the dad, but I know he's late now. Aki really did a lot, and maybe because I'm older, I find the movie funny.
Well, wait, wait. Tell us where exactly you can watch this
Most
movie.
likely on YouTube, right, Muste? On YouTube. Now,
Older film, right?
yeah, of course it is.
Oh, it's stick format or like that uniform, which is like it's funny for this particular scene and scene about I mean, there's attention on like that.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, that's to us. I'm not affected, but I can imagine why find it's
Good morning, Shewa and Oris. Good show as always. Muri and Co. has almost the same story premise with Tokumbo, but Tokumbo aced it more. My movie recommendation for the week is Criminal by Niyi Akimolayo. Well, potato, potato. It is one of the best action thrillers so far in Nollywood history.
Mountain Lion. Mountain Lion. Okay, well, when is history not particular? There are not too many.
Don't say it.
So yeah, I mean, it's this looks like a praise, but in the grand scheme of things, if I know how to praise. But yeah, thank you, Martin. I am going to. I just want that.
Oris was not even given the update, and it's already 48 minutes past 11 o'clock.
It's what's its face? It's let's blame the honest thing.
Wow.
Sorry,
I'm sure some of these days, when you come into the same circle or in the same space, and
yeah.
they're going to give you blows.
Because it was close to happening. This was in VI, I don't know, 5, 6 years.
Are you serious?
Yeah, no, but not blow specific. I mean, hopefully not. But I remember that somebody, one of my evil friends in Hollywood, pointed me out because he didn't really know me. He just knew my name. So one of my evil friends in Hollywood pointed me out and said, "Hey, that's Oris." And it turned out that I did a review like a year before. This director, whose name I shall not mention, remembered and actually he was talking to this guy about it when as the devil would have it, I was walking past and they're like, that's the guy. Anyway, I then moved towards them because they were like, hey, come. And then I go because this guy's my guy. I think I went to that guy was this director. I don't know him either. Anyway, for the next 3 hours, let's just say that no people because this guy started to insult me, and there are more people from the industry because it was a small festival in Lagos.
Oh,
So
God.
more of them started to come out, and they that's that Oris. Come and see me in the center of like maybe 6 or 7.
Oh, my word.
Just making. I mean, I'll try to explain myself.
No.
Yeah, but of course it didn't get violent. But there was a lot that they had to say to me about my stuff. I still think I was correct, but I understand them to be fair.
So I know better that that's why I allow you to do the analysis more. Because have you seen me? I'm barely 5'4". You can squeeze me into a sack. Okay, so yes, it's YouTube. Tubi and the likes are the future of yeah.
I don't think that's fair.
Hold on, let me finish. Free streaming and ads and as revenue. Even Netflix had to bring in ads. YouTube recently has brought in 1 minute ads. It still pains me when we let the French buy our own Yoroko and the likes. We need our platform to sell too. I understand the layer of FX makes it a quicker fixed success to go to YouTube and other foreign products. But from an economic angle, we need to get into here. Tubi has made, I'm struggling with the Tubi. YouTube has some Nigerian movies. Our movies have appeal across Africa and can be dubbed. YouTube rents old movies. There's value in our old and new movies, and we need to think long term.
what you're saying has happened 6, 7 years ago. Unfortunately, I have to say this, it is no longer possible. It's not going to happen. Totally impossible.
It's not gonna work.
Unless the only thing that would change is if Nigeria decides to become like China and say, hey, you cannot show up in Nigeria. Everybody who's going to do a movie from now on has to go to a particular Nigerian streaming platform. Otherwise, it is no longer possible to compete. When you hear people going to the streaming and they're not going to cinema, there's only one reason why that's happening. The red app and the blue app can pay almost times 10 of what you can derive from the Nigerian cinemas. So there is nobody in Nigeria, unless maybe a bunch of millionaires came together, that can afford to begin a streaming platform and compete with the dollars that is coming into Nollywood at the moment. What you can now do is maybe go to Asaba, go to all of those smaller women and then give them some money to do stuff. But if you want premium content people are going to pay for, it is impossible to compete. It's not possible. The money is it's too much. Like I said earlier, the Red App has 221 million subscribers. How do you want to compete with people like this? It's not possible. So yeah, mostly a good plan, but yeah, I have to tell you that you are 10 years late. You are 10 years too late, sadly.
And on a final note, speaking about YouTube, I told you earlier that they are planning on some things, especially the TV app. So they're trying to roll out some features that will help creators to grow their businesses, and that includes a simpler and more prominent subscribe functionality on the TV app. So while videos are playing, and it also features QR codes from links in video descriptions. So yeah, so according to them, they are hoping it will boost subscribers for creators and also to drive engagement and some other things. So part of the new TV app, part of the new features includes how some creators categorize their videos by enabling them to organize shows around episodes and seasons. Wow. So mirroring what viewers can expect on the app and so on.
Yeah, that's good, but these things always happen elsewhere. I do not know that they'll necessarily unveil give everybody these capabilities across
all countries. Yeah, I thought as much as well.
So I think this may probably show up in Nigeria.
Although this will be done in 2025. So don't worry, before 2027, we're going to have that.
So fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Okay, Muste says maybe we will beg Ongu Dangote to enter the industry. Femi Otedola will be our PR man. And Dangote has a lot on his plate already.
He does, but yes, but unfortunately, Dangote's quarrel with the federal government means that this might be tricky because he would need them. I was telling somebody this is by the way, months ago that if you were going to compete with YouTube as a music streaming platform, what you need to do is to go and talk to Davido, Burna Boy, Whiskey, and any of the other guys, Daniel and Tiwa Savage, and say, hey guys, your next 2 albums, before you make it available on the streaming platform, put it on a Nigerian platform. The problem is that they will not agree. But if between these 5 people they could agree, then you can start to think of competing. So that's what I'm saying. Even if Dangote did this today, it still will not be enough. You would need the government to say, you know what? These guys, Kuya Folorero, Moabudu, Bola Justin Peters, you must put your movies on this particular platform. Otherwise, there's no way to get it.
Muste says, I plead for government to take serious interest in this. I heard the Minister for Culture on air, and she sounds engaging. Actually, yep.
Quite eager to get stuff done. I just feel bad because once again, I think she's coming to. But let's see what happens.
Even in Lagos State, I think they're trying their best. When you listen to some of the things that Mrs. Toke Benson talks about, it looks like everybody's trying so hard, but I'm not sure what the effort is really translating. No faith. There was no faith.
Exactly. How you see it now, but nobody in government actually put any money into it or even into it, and then suddenly want to cash it. So sorry guys, Americans have owned this space and they will own it for the rest of their lives.
Too late to apologize. Okay, so some quick updates. I don't think we have enough time to run through this, but if you're a fan of the Smart Money Woman, guess what? It's coming back, season 2. Wait, it's coming to, I thought it was coming to Netflix. Damn.
what's up?
Well, 10th of October is the time that we'll be back. And yeah, that's it about Smart Money Woman. Then there's the collaboration I told you about between Nigeria and Ghana. Yeah, the Peter Sedufia film for Christmas as well. Jade Oshiberu, there's Funke, there is Toyin Aimaku, Toyin Abraham.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's 22.
yeah, I believe so. Yeah. And there
But I
is
mean, not that day.
yeah.
So yeah, anyway, so it means that maybe at the cinemas you probably have 3 or 4 big boys to like compete, but the guys are streaming it's fine and chill, I guess.
So everything is even if you're not on even if it's on streaming, one way or the other, it's still competing for your money. You're going to buy data. So wait, so when you go to the cinema, it's not competing for your time. I get what you mean. Okay, on a final note, one that really caught my fancy or attention was Kenya having their first sci-fi series that will be released later in this month, 26th of October, although that's coming to Showmax, by the way.
Yeah, I saw that. Fingers crossed. I mean, I remember I was reading about way back. Yeah, I can remember. Trying to do a sci-fi movie called Kajola 3,000 years ago. Terrible, just terrible. So, but I know this is almost 20 years after, so maybe, just maybe.
It's Kenya, not Nigeria. Speaking about Africa, the only film, an African film that got some lovely award at the Toronto International Festival was by Canaan, Somalia. And of course, you know Canaan from Waving Flag, right? When I get older. So for him to have made that movie, he talked about his ordeal and how there was no people didn't just want to come around because it's a movie being made in Somalia.
So yeah, so good. I mean, so yeah, I guess congrats to him, I guess, because we had 2 films there. None of them.
Okay, thank you very much for being a part of the show. We are done for today, but we're not leaving with our recommendations. Oris. Yeah, Subterranea. That's the sci-fi that is coming out of Kenya, 26th of September. So I guess by next week you would have that on your streaming. What else? I think if you want to have a good feel of African or Nigerian movies, Asaba Ish, sometimes you can go to YouTube. There are lots of them there. Everybody has a TV these days on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yes. Exactly. And Muste says, nice show. Hopefully we have the minister on the show. Hopefully.
Start Oris on the Instagrams. Yeah. Start Oris. No, sorry, Start Oris actually. And Start Oris on. Say hi if you can. And if you can't, well, I'll see you next.
I'm sure the day some people catch Oris in a corner. Thank you for listening to Film Focus. Next week we'll be back. Same time, 11 till 11:55 on Smooth 98.1. Does he have a blog?
Oh, yes.
All right, then, in a matter of seconds, I'll be playing you great African music on the Casbah. And we will do that for 4 hours with a twist because it's a Friday. We're taking you way back. We call it Golden Oldies on the Casbah. But for now, over and out. Is that? Yeah, like Casbah. Fortress. Middle Arabian. I do. No, so but it appears in different languages. It